first and foremost, I consider myself a composer. I mean, everything starts with the music. I'm a composer who doesn't stop with the music and with what you hear and continues with also what you see. I refuse to stop with what you hear.
From your entire life, we need you to select one memory, the one memory that was most meaningful.
My dad used to be an amateur conductor. He also did conservatory conducting and organ. And my mom is a very good alto singer, also amateur. So I fell asleep with them, you know, playing Bach and Verdi and my mom singing. And these are the first sort of introductions to classical music for me. And when I was about 9, 10 years old, my dad and my mom in the village where we lived in North Holland, they started a youth opera company. And I used to sing there as a boy soprano. And this made me fall in love with theater. I knew this is what I wanted to do with my life. I did a study called musical engineering, a 4-year study at the Royal Conservatory in The Hague. After these 4 years, I decided I wanted to train myself further as a composer. I was already composing back then, and I studied composition. During my early years as a composer, I always also had a great interest in the visual sides of things. So I used the combination of electronics and live performance. It became so important for me that I decided to take a year off composing in 2002 and study film at the New York Film Academy. First thing I did with that is my Opera 1, my Chamber Opera 1 in 2002, where I combined video with the live action and the electronics.
Should breathe, but it can. Now should I cage my myriad missing under with lines, marks, color, tear, all I turn, should I find my longitude without automatically possible shooting star, nothing catches fire, I am
I found that there was a lot of similarities between filmmaking and composing. And in the way you deal with time, in the way you edit your film. And for me, it was a very natural extension to my music, and a very natural extension to my vocabulary, stretching my vocabulary in a way that I could cope with more ideas. And the ideas that I have, I now finally could use film and video for to translate them to an audience.
The memory what I want to choose is that Pansy was still alive and I could cuddle her and kiss her.
This is Afterlife, the film that I based the opera on by Koreeda, masterpiece. It's about a way station between heaven and earth where the new dead people come in, and within 1 week, the duration of 1 week, they have to choose their defining moment in their lives. Once they've chosen the moment, it's being filmed by the staff, and they see their own film back in a small screening room, and by seeing their own moment back, they sort of move on to the next level. When the Netherlands Opera asked me to do an opera, I immediately thought this is going to be the libretto. Everybody can relate to the subject. What was the most defining moment in your life? And we've interviewed a large group of people and asked them this question. While we asked the question, we were already filming their answers. So we see real people talk about real lives.
I have a great number of good and bad memories.
A moment I'd like to relive, I don't know.
The moments that have grown me have not been easy moments.
What looking back like?
What we did is we used glass screens that can switch between glass and milky white projection material. So with one push on a button we can move transparent to video. they extend the physical space on stage. It gives me the opportunity as a director to dive into the head of the protagonist and to look at an internal dialogue or internal discussion.